My name's Andy Sprague. I'm the owner of Sprague's Kinderhook Lodge along with my wife Karen, and I've been in operation for 24 years, and she joined me 4 years ago when we got married.
My name is Karen Sprague. I am co-owner of Sprague's Kinderhook Lodge with my husband Andy.
Well, I think I always had an interest in hospitality even from high school days. Just that idea that you get to host people in an environment that is unique.
When I was in high school even, I knew that I really wanted to be in hospitality, which is beautiful. I knew because I worked at a state park. When right out of high school, I worked there for the first summer and the second summer after my freshman year of college. And starting in college, I was a hotel and restaurant management major.
My name is Pamela Douglas. I live in Pike County, Illinois, and I love to cook. We had a group, I think, of maybe 10 ladies that all got together one weekend, and we sewed and ate in the same room, and it was nice and cozy, and we just had a great time.
My name is Patty Lindley, and I'm a transplant. I've been in the military wife for 22 years. Favorite memory is the very first one that I came here. I didn't know there was 2 Payson exits, and I drove around and around and around, and I thought, I am never gonna get here. And when I got here, they all helped bring my stuff in, and then everybody was so helpful. I thought, can I just stay here forever?
My name is Brooke High. I have worked here since 2016, 17. I work in the kitchen along with housekeeping. We do a lot of different things here, so you have many job titles whether you're working in the kitchen or cleaning on a Sunday, being able to work with knowing everybody's different strengths kind of works in your advantage.
Hi, I'm Angela Dixon. I work at the lodge in housekeeping and in the kitchen. I have worked here 3 years. When other people can teach you something, that's a memorable moment for me. The work environment's great here. We have fun, we laugh, we have a great time, but yet we get things done. You have work to do, so you have to get things done, but yet have a great time doing them.
My name is Jamie Hall, and I have worked here about 6.5 years, I believe. And I cook, and then we help clean. I love the ladies. I love interacting with them. I always ask where they're from, what they've been doing. We just heard a story from one of them yesterday that I had never heard about, and it was just hilarious. And they're just they're like extended family.
The guests changing, trying to meet their needs is really motivating, and trying to consistently bring in the business and bring in more business, to see our staff love what they do and to excel. There's certain staff members that are the ones that make certain dishes, and they figured that out among themselves, and I think that's really beautiful that they've been able to see each other's strengths and weaknesses. There's not very many weaknesses though, I'm gonna put it that way. There's a lot of strengths, and that's really beautiful when you see a collaborative group of people truly enjoy working together.
My name is Kerrigan Donovan, and I worked here for 2 years, and starting in January I took over the social media and marketing, and then I'm also a kitchen manager, housekeeping manager, and just all around help out wherever I can. Also Andy and Karen's daughter. I love the flexibility, and I love it's really like a family atmosphere, like not just with the other staff, but also, and not the managers, but also with like all the guests. Like every time a new retreat comes in, I might forget what individuals are in each retreat, but when they come in and I'm helping the ladies like unload their cars or whatnot, like I get to see them and meet them again. Like it's just really fun. Exactly, yeah, it's like a family reunion once a week.
When I was at the University of Illinois, I worked at Jumer's Castle Lodge for a couple of years as a front desk clerk, and that really sparked an interest in that type of business. Never thought it would probably be on the family farm, because as you know, we're a very rural area with not a lot of people that maybe are coming for specific events, until the outdoor recreation took off with the whitetail hunting and waterfowl on the rivers. That kind of created the first audience that kind of helped me justify creating a business to diversify our farming operation.
I'm Pat Sprague, Grandma Sprague, Mama Sprague. Andy and I started the business 25 years ago as a mom and son operation. He said, "Mom, I think I want to run a hunting lodge. Will you be my cook?" I said, "Sure." Little did I know it was going to turn into a 12-month job, and I've loved every minute of it. To be patient, to love people, not take offense if something doesn't go right or somebody doesn't agree with me. I've learned to really love it. That's the main thing. Yeah. I love people, and I've made so many friends. Two of the ladies took me out to lunch Sunday because they were coming to quilting, and they do that every time that they come. And that's just two of them, and we do all kinds of things together. And that's been and working with Andrew and being together, it's been a blessing.
If you're a young person looking to develop your own business, you need to come up with a sound business plan. You need to rest on it for a while. It took me about 2 years of thinking and planning before I ever made the first call to a contractor or the health department to see what kind of certification I needed and construction parameters for a certified kitchen. So a lot of planning. One of the biggest challenges is finding that initial money that you usually need to start a business, whether it's to build an inventory. For me, my inventory mostly was physical construction of a facility. It's not easy. You're faced with a lot of uphill if you're going to be a small business owner, but you have to be willing to put a lot of extra hours in. Those first 10 years, I probably averaged 80 hours of work a week, but it was something I loved, so the old saying that you never work a day if you do something that you love was very much true in my case.
Taking care of people is a privilege, and you have to look at it like that, and it's a wonderful way to make a living, to get to love on people for a living. That's very important to both Andy and I, that we are not only just getting the bare bones of a retreat together or the bare bones of somebody's stay together, but that we're actually having a little bit of time to show up and actually love on them while they're here, and to make people feel welcome inside of our home and inside of our business is very, very important to both of us. We both brought our grandmothers into our minds, and we talk about them a lot, and how they all four were able to teach us wonderful things about making others feel welcome, our moms as well, and how important it is to always think of others instead of yourself and what you need or what you want. It's the thinking of what somebody else might anticipate as their needs. And that's really beautiful that we get to do that for a living.
I feel like building trust and loyalty with a customer base is extremely important for the success of a business, but it also the consistency that we've tried to deliver, not only in the quality of our product, but in our character and integrity. There's just all of the aspects of being a good person is woven into your business. I think that's when I talk about instilling my personal values. You want to be that consistent, honest, good person. You want to instill that in your team.
I would say try that. Like, find somebody that's doing that particular job and ask if you can job shadow them, even for a day. Ask if you can come alongside them and watch what they're doing. So find something that you just really enjoy. For me, that was food, that was taking care of people, that was trying new recipes. And I knew that that's really where I wanted to go. And so I'm so grateful for all those people that allowed me to come alongside them and just kind of spend a day watching what they did. And the organization of it all was very intriguing and interesting to me. So I would always say, if you think you might like something, go try it for a day, try it for a week, ask them if they mind being a mentor to you, and if they don't mind, then go headstrong into that. And if you decide that that's not for you, that's okay. That's totally fine. Maybe that's not for you in this season of your life.
If you're trying to figure out what your passion is, the best way to do that, in my experience, is always be doing something. I had a variety of different career paths in my 20s. It would look like I didn't have a direction, but that's okay, because you're finding out through each different experience what makes you tick and what really drives you. And I found that in every case it was people and relationships. So the hospitality is a natural fit.
Communicating. The left hand knowing what the right hand's doing. And me finding my lane was a little bit of a challenge here, just because I wanted to do everything at 100%, and I found that there's way too much work to do. So I was really always very nervous that I was overstepping my bounds or making decisions that might not be, through his experience, something that would work the best for the business, or I might not understand maybe a guest's personality or a guest's limitations, and so that was really a challenge for me. Now I've gotten to know so many people and learned how to blend that love for the business and the love for what we do with our actual business side of what we need to do in order to be sustainable.
I think it's a joy to be able to work together. That presents challenges as well, to separate your work life from your personal life when it's all blended together. But through good communication and an effort to set those healthy boundaries between the time that you're on with the business and when you're in your personal life. We love to travel. That's been a blessing to have a team that's very capable and strong to be able to manage while we're away for a few days here and there. Karen has brought so many great ideas to the business. It's easy to get comfortable with how things look and how things operate when you've been doing it successfully for a number of years. But that doesn't mean that there's not a lot of room for improvement and fresh ideas and that feminine touch. And our audience, men and women both, have received that very, very well.
I think one of the things that I have learned about him is his ability and great talent for public speaking. I think he does a really great job with public speaking and expressing himself and expressing his joy in what we do. Another thing that I love that I'm learning more and more is that he's really good at knowing how to work a room and how to be social and how to get around to each person as much as possible and actually be able to have a conversation with them. It's really important in our business to try to make people feel special, and that's not an easy talent for every person.
When you're doing a business as well as life together, it's just exciting to be able to be who we are and instill our values and our skill set that leads to a business that's successful.